I guess, we're watching what's going on in Israel, and, the hate in some heart is really hard to come to terms with. But as you watch what's been going on the last 40 hours, what are your thoughts?
Well, Greta, three things. First, the Bible instructs us in Psalms 122 to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. And I certainly am praying for the people, the Israelis. I'm not praying for their enemies. I pray that God will give them victory over their enemies. Second, Greta, this is what's so worrisome to me. This could happen in this country. President Biden and the Democratic Party have left our southern border unguarded. And they don't have to come over with paragliders, our enemies. They don't have to cut through the barbed wire. They could just walk in and just disappear in this country. And that's what's happening. There are tens of thousands of military-age men from countries like Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, that are walking into this country, and we don't know who they are. And so could they just have a coordinated attack at some point where they walk into the theater or grocery stores with guns and start spraying bullets like they've done in Israel? It could happen. And Greta, our forefathers gave us the right to bear arms. And so in this country, we have a right to protect ourselves. So you have a right to have a gun and protect yourself. In Israel, it's difficult to get a gun permit. You can get a gun permit for a pistol. And I called one of the men that works for me. He's used to be in the IDF. He lived in Israel, served in their military. He says you can get a pistol permit, but they're hard to get. But as far as having an assault rifle in your home or a shotgun or a hunting rifle, these things are very difficult. And you would think that Israel would require anyone living close to the border of Gaza to have weapons in their home and maybe even be forced to carry those weapons. And I just, for the life of me, I can't understand what happened. But we also have to put blame on the Biden administration and the Democratic Party for the way Afghanistan collapsed and the billions of dollars that went into the Taliban coffers and all the military weapons that we left there and that they can now use against us and our allies, and the $6 billion plus that we gave to the Iranians that the Biden administration, the Democratic Congress or Senate gave to Iran. And now Iran wants to wipe Israel off the map, and they fund Hamas. We know this for a fact. And it's just, our world's in a mess, Greta. Only God can fix this and straighten it out. Our politicians are off the charts crazy, and I don't understand it. But what you're seeing in Israel could happen here one day, I'm afraid.
The thing that I've been talking about the last, the last 2 hours is that I went through the Hamas charter. And the charter spells it out. It's their hatred of the Jews, and that they have no interest in peaceful solutions. They're just against any peaceful solutions. I mean, that's what they say. It's not what others are saying about Hamas. That's what they say, and yet it's like I for the life of me is that it had to come to this. That it has come to this.
Well, Greta, it has come to this, and this is not the first time. Hamas, Hezbollah, the Taliban, ISIS, it's all one and the same, just different names. These are Islamic fundamentalist terrorists, and they use different names, but they have the same agenda. And they want to kill Christians and Jews and anyone who disagrees with them. And I'm not saying this is all of Islam, but it's these Islamic fundamentalists that are doing this. And so they have different hats and they have different names, but it's all one and the same.
It's just so tragic, though, when you see it. And, the numbers are going to roll up a lot higher. We have 700 now, 260 at a festival, or music festival. The numbers are just staggering. And of course, Israel is going to respond, and the United States stands with them on this. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we pray for the peace of Jerusalem. That's what the Bible tells us to do, Greta. And that's what I encourage everyone who's watching to do, is to pray.
Indeed, well, Israel needs lots of prayers tonight because they are suffering tremendously, and I don't know, it's nighttime there. And of course they fire rockets all night long, but we'll see what it brings tomorrow. Reverend Franklin Graham, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Greta.
And last night, as Israelis were fighting for their lives and as Hamas was trying to destroy them, and they're trying so hard to destroy them, several countries stood tall, making bold statements of their support for the State of Israel. In Germany, the city of Berlin lit its historic Brandenburg Gate with the Israeli flag. Look at that. And to think, you know, obviously the history of Germany and Israel, it's just incredible that Germany, I mean, good for Germany. And Italy doing the same, projecting the Israeli flag onto the Italian Prime Minister's office. That was done in Rome. And the European Commission, they joined in as well, posting this photo with the caption, quote, solidarity with Israel. And here at home, in our country, in New York City, the Empire State Building showed America's solidarity with Israel's colors.